It's the MythWits, a geek pop culture web series, broadcast live for video and audio podcasts. Watch us live at MythWits.com and find us on YouTube and iTunes, bringing you news and reviews about geek pop culture. We have comedy skits, play nerd-tastic games, and provide extensive on-location con coverage. And now, your hosts.
Hello and welcome to the MythWits. We had a little bit of a rough start there. We haven't had one of those technical issues in quite a while.
Video and audio.
About a week, right?
Yeah, no. Actually, we've been going pretty smooth, and then I screwed it up. I hit the wrong button, and matter of fact, actually, since the season opener, right? I think it's been pretty good. All right, so anyway, this show is not safe for work. Sometimes we say dirty words. Sometimes we go down to very blue avenues. Tonight I am joined by my co-host Michael Kafis.
Hey, Pete, is this show by any chance safe after a 12-hour drive?
Yes, it's going to be safe because we're not going to let you fall asleep.
Well, we're going to find out.
Oh, crap. No longer safe. You did not mention beer in that. I'm also joined tonight by our news anchor, Brian Olvera, and our newest host, Allegra.
Hello.
Yay!
Tonight we have our guest is Brian Gregory. He will be the other Brian, which we haven't figured out how we're going to differentiate between Olvera.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. That is Brian Bot.
Okay, Brian Bot with the hat.
I need to talk in a monotone the entire show.
It's so convincing.
It's going to beat our talk like a pirate episode. So.
Okay.
Are we going to do a Turing test? Because I'm prepared. I studied.
I think you're going to fail. We are never going to be convinced that you're human. But real quick, joining us, you may have seen him on one of our previous episodes. If you haven't, go back and watch it. We are being joined by Lou Agresta, who happens to be, check this out, he's nominated for one of his projects for 5 Emmy Awards.
That's right.
Woo!
Any nominated Lou Agresta to you.
Oh, so he is Emmy nominated.
Is it just an honor to be nominated, Lou?
No, it is. Oh my God, I was shocked. I mean, the project is Razor Coast, and you did an episode where you featured me talking about it. It was a big Kickstarter. It got funded. It got out there. It was saving a project that the community was really upset about, and there must have been 10 or 15 or 20 people who pulled together to make it happen. They donated their time, they donated their artwork, they donated editing, proofreading, all to save this project and to resuscitate something that a lot of people were upset hadn't looked like it wasn't going to come out. To then turn around and get nominated for 5 Emmys just validates the team's belief in me and in the project and their willingness to chip in. And good Lord, to think that we did all that and then maybe could possibly actually win an award, that would be off the hook.
Yeah, man.
So I'm begging for votes. That's begging for votes.
Well, where can I go and vote?
Yes.
You have to go out to the Any Awards site. I should get that URL for you.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, I just want to pimp this out a little bit. I mean, I've seen quite a bit of this, and it is a really, really nice, very well put together book. Artwork is beautiful. The concept is amazing. I really like this product, and so I saw Lou was on Facebook talking about it. You know, he's saying, oh, I got a nominate for 5 Emmys. You go help me out, and I'm just like, I would love to help you out. So I contacted him, and I said, hey Lou, how'd you like to come on the show and pimp your stuff a little bit? And he was like, sure, I'll come on your little show.
I always like coming on your show.
No, I know. No, he was great. And
getting on your show is the closest I can get to like touching your head.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to be at Gen Con this year, so you're not going to get an opportunity then.
Yeah, we got nominated for best setting. The Heart of the Razor 4 Adventure book got nominated for best adventure. We got nominated for best cover. We also got nominated for best cartography and the ever prestigious product of the year.
Nice.
That is awesome. Product of the year.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, but still, dude, to be considered.
In competition. Yeah.
To even
Yeah,
be
that
considered.
says something.
I'm just happy that we got nominated. You know, anything beyond that is like just amazing gravy. But you can vote at www.any-awards.com /vote.
All right, excellent, Lou. Well, thanks for coming on, and everybody go vote for Lou. It's Razor Coast. You know, tell him Pete sent you. Is that worth anything at all?
Vote for Lou.
Thank
Vote
you.
for Lou.
Thank you very much. Have a great show, guys.
Lou 2016.
All right, Lou. Thanks a lot. Good luck, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
So he's running for president? What?
What? No, no. He has a
What was the name of the book?
It's called
'Cause I
Razor
missed it.
Coast.
Razor Coast.
Razor Coast.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons product. I believe it's Pathfinder.
Yeah,
it is
Pathfinder.
It is
up my alley.
wicked awesome, man. It is a really cool book.
I'm definitely going to check that out.
It's probably the best I've ever seen anyone do D&D piratey type stuff.
Yes, that's what I loved about it.
Yes, good stuff.
Did he say whack or back vote?
He said whack. He means, you know, slash, backslash,
Oh,
slashy slash. It's all whack.
Is that what the young kids are calling it now? Because
Well, I don't
Go
think,
on.
whack.
I don't think Lou qualifies as the as one of the young kids. He's like one
News
of us.
to me.
I have never heard that term. It's
Whack the vote.
must be something the kids are using with their wacky stuff. I
I
don't know.
never heard of this whack before. What's whack?
Those kids and their nerf sticks and their wacky votes.
They're whack slashes.
Wacky votes.
All right, so
That's got to be a cover band for something.
what's it? Yeah, right, exactly.
Wacky votes.
Wacky vote. What could that be a cover band for? I don't know. My friend Trav would come up with a
A
good one. For that.
political cover band. All they do is political satire. It's
There you
called
go.
Wacky votes.
Wacky votes.
votes.
Yeah,
I
that would be
like
a good,
it.
good website.
It's a dead Kennedy's
I'm gonna
cover
register
band.
that
Wacky
domain
votes.
name right now. Wacky votes.
If anyone wants to start this, I can play the keyboard a little bit. So.
There you go. Okay, awesome. I can do
I can
nothing.
play the Git fiddle.
Yeah, Mike's good with the
The
Git
what?
fiddle.
The Git fiddle.
The Git fiddle.
The guitar.
Oh, we need to get you out of Hendersonville.
Wow, we've officially had a reference that I'm too old for and a reference that I'm too young for. So,
No, the Git fiddle actually comes from me. My family's from West Virginia, and I'm talking
yes.
dude, I am talking like one
Oh my
horse
God,
town.
Right, I forgot.
Yeah, and that's what my uncles used to call it. He said, "I'm gonna get on that Git fiddle." Got me a 5-string Git fiddle. Hey, I see some Doctor Who in the back.
God.
Brian,
Yes.
what are you watching? I got Doctor Who.
I'm not watching. I'm watching you actually, but hey,
And
I'd like
Lost,
to put
is that
things
Lost in
on behind
Space?
me. A couple of robot references, yes.
Okay, good, awesome. Okay,
Nice.
excellent.
Doctor
Nice.
Who Robot episode, which is the first episode with Tom Baker, one of my favorites.
Yes.
And the other one is it's a bit from a like a tribute to the guy who was in the robot suit in Lost in Space.
Sweet.
Whose name
Yeah.
escapes me right now. But it was-
I was like the episode Moonbase from Tom Baker's series. Yep.
yeah, that was good
Which
too,
one was
yeah.
that?
With the Cybermen on the moon.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep. Oh, my God. I haven't seen any of the Tom Baker ones in such a long time. I watched them back in the day.
Well, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan.
Back when you had this.
Yes, back when this was padded.
Oh, anybody who has not been to Facebook and seen Pete's pictures, you got to go to Facebook and see.
I'm going right now.
Yeah,
He
guys,
celebrates
seen them.
an amazing Throwback Thursday.
I have a
yeah.
Throwback Thursday album, and it's awesome. It's so terrible. It's awesome.
And just so you know, I have a bunch of pictures ready to scan. I'm
Good, man. Good
I'm
going.
ready for
All
it.
I would have for Throwback Thursday is pictures of me when I was fat. That's all I would have.
Dude, I have no shame. I'll put up anything. I don't
you
care how
have-
stupid I look.
Peter, do you have one with a mullet?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
my
We have to
gosh.
compare our mullet pictures.
And
see
my
if
flock
we're-
of seagulls hairdo.
Yeah. I have one with parachute pants, and I have. Yes.
It's terrible. And I got the crust dash when I was like 17.
I did the robot before I did the robots.
Awesome.
Oh
that's
my
when you
gosh,
knew.
I'm looking at them now.
Yeah.
That's when you knew I'm gonna do robots.
And then there's the
If
boy
you
band.
notice, there's two of me in his series of pictures, and I am wearing, in fact, a parachute pants.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
And don't forget to check out my boy band pictures. I think I was trying to get into NSYNC or something. I don't know. I was terrible.
Yeah, with your profile picture now, that's just beautiful.
Come on, that one's awesome, awesomely bad. If that
Religious
doesn't
experience.
scream 1994, nothing does. All right, so
My
hey,
God, you had hair.
I did. I had good hair. I had fantastic hair. It was
What happened to it?
Life.
life, age. It went away.
Time, decay.
Oh,
My-
It's the thing that we all have to
you
deal
knew
with.
Pete's life before.
No, it's
I don't know.
what it is. It's every male on my mother's side was bald by the time they were like 40. So it's in the genes. It's just the way it is.
Oh,
I was
if
gonna
it makes
say.
you feel better, Matt hasn't even hit 30, and his is starting to.
Oh, mine started when I was 28. So yeah, I sympathize with
Yep,
Matt.
yep.
Tell
Oh,
him
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel his pain totally. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. I've thought about this many times because there's like all this scientific research like, oh, we might be able to grow hair again using stem cells or DNA.
And that rotating foam.
Right.
What
And
an
no.
excellent use for stem cells.
And I was like, and I thought about it. I was like, I don't know if I'd want to go back. I mean, I own in my bathroom there is a bar of soap. That's my hair. That's it. I wash off with a bar of soap. There's no
Oh, my
shampoo.
God.
There's no gel. There's no.
How often do you have to shave? Because it's, I mean,
Couple
That
days.
looks really smooth. I want to touch it.
Well, hey Pete.
the whole reason I have the beard is because I hate shaving. So
Oh, okay. I see. Right. What's
Hey
that,
Pete.
Mike? What?
it's a maintenance
I
issue.
understand Brian has an awesome job, and maybe we should
Oh, yeah.
stop talking
yeah.
about
Oh,
your hair.
yeah,
that's
that's
not
it. Okay,
We
there.
can
right.
talk about Pete's head,
Right.
or we can talk about
I-
Brian Bot
I-
over
right.
here.
I just wanted to show this real quick because this is my favorite picture of Pete right here.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite right there.
Oh my God, where did you get that?
That was a little. It's on Facebook,
man.
It's right on
It's out in the
Facebook.
public.
I was
Hey,
using
you-
it.
Oh man.
You have that
Fair
frame.
use, man.
Oh, I has the drunk, man. I was drunk. What can I say?
Oh, my
I
God.
was loving
Clearly,
my-
you have hair elsewhere. So
I
there
do.
you go.
Oh yes.
Oh,
there's
gifted.
there is no shortage of the hair anywhere else. So
I
anyway,
can attest to that too. Unfortunately.
enough about my
Hey,
hair.
I totally understand. I'm European.
I thought this was the show where we just make fun of Peter the entire show.
You can, but that's not nearly as interesting as robots. All right. So anyway, so
Robots.
Brian, you work for a place that some people have heard of.
Yeah, I do work at Goddard Space Flight Center here in Maryland.
Some might say that
But
you put the God in Goddard.
I wouldn't say. What?
Is that what they say?
What?
He said you play
I got
God,
the God-
Ryan.
Goddard-
He says you play God.
I play God. I am the one building
Some people,
the
not
next
me,
generation.
but some people
No,
would say that you
no.
put the God in Goddard.
What?
He is angling
some
really hard
people- who
not
are
to be
these some
killed in
people?
the machine uprising.
I don't
Let's
know.
get on that.
Honestly, we should find these people and round them up.
Yes, clearly.
So
They need to. I don't know. They need to stop doing that. At least I don't know. But,
and what do you do there, Brian?
well, I am a really boring software engineer, but I get the rare opportunity to write software for things that go into space. And recently, things that have robot arms that go into space. Although they haven't gone to space yet.
So
We're still working up to that point.
I'm going to show
yeah.
a picture here. You have so you can't see this because the audience can, but you can't.
Okay.
It's a picture inside of a.
I'm
I got this off
scared.
your Facebook page. That's off your Facebook page. It's inside of an airplane, and you got a computer set up and a cage with a robot in it. Tell me about that because that was kind of cool.
Yeah. There's, matter of fact, really quick, I have a photo blog called Robot Part of the Day .tumblr. It's a Tumblr, so Robot Part of the Day, and I post pictures there all the time from Goddard and from whatever program we're working on or what experiment we're working on. That particular picture is from an experiment we flew on the Vomit Comet. It's let's see, September. It's been almost 2 years, but we were. We're one of the things we're working up to. Just to give you an overview of the project target, I guess, but we want to send well, let's see. The best way to describe it is to say it's R2-D2. It's an asteroid for orbit. And the idea is to do some of the things that we used to do with astronauts, like the Hubble repair, We sent Hubble up there, and it was blind essentially, so we had to send astronauts up there to replace parts and do maintenance on something that was never intended to be touched in space. And we're going to do that same kind of thing with robots.
Cool.
What was
Show
that?
me on the universe where the robot touched you.
Yes.
We've seen the R2 unit.
You know, if I were to ever
It
have a
doesn't
robot,
quite look like the R2 unit. No, it's a big silver box. So actually gold. Gold? Yes, it's a gold box.
so
in
kind of like
space.
C-3PO.
It's not going to destroy the Earth. It's going to fix satellites. Yes. So not as interesting. The experiment on the Vomit Comet was
Wait,
just
for people
another
who
one
don't
of those-
understand, explain what is the Vomit Comet. There may be some
It is
people.
a plane that makes you throw up.
That's its sole purpose.
Deliberately? Like that's what we created it for?
It's kind of a side effect. Back when early in the space program, they needed a way to do
To simulate low
zero gravity is
or zero
hard
gravity.
to achieve. Yeah, zero gravity is hard to achieve when you're inside a gravity well. You can get close to it by using things called gravity offset tables, which essentially are like that air hockey table you play at the arcade. You can slide things without friction on that, so you can get some freedom and test how things float without friction. But you can't get what's called 6 degrees of freedom, which is something floating in 3 dimensions and 3 degrees of rotation.
Mm-hmm.
On the Vomit Comet, what they do is they take a plane up really, really high, and then they dive repeatedly.
Just straight down.
Yeah, well, they use a particular shape of the actual curve, so they go
Right.
up in a
Parabolic,
parabolic
right?
curve.
Yeah.
And at the top and on the way down, you get about 20 seconds before you hit the ground of weightlessness or simulated weightlessness. So essentially, you're free falling inside the plane, and that gives you kind of like being free floating in space. And
Now-
you can take things up there and have them behave somewhat like space and do some limited experiments. So.
I've wondered this because it's going up and over the curve, and that's when you're achieving your weightlessness as it's going down. When it's coming down and going back up, are you achieving even more gravity at that point? So
Yes,
do you
actually,
double, or what
you
are
get-
the G's at that point?
Yeah, you get 20 seconds of close or somewhere around 0 G, and you're inside a plane, so there's error. But on the bottom half of that curve and on the climb, you get it's close to 2 G. It's actually about 2 2/3.
Wow.
There's a meter inside the plane that shows you exactly what the forces are being applied to you, and some of those pictures are on that blog if you want to check them out. So.
And you did not enjoy your time on the Vomit Comet?
You know, I have to make a confession. I didn't actually fly.
Oh, what happened?
And if you look on that blog, there's also a picture of me very grumpy and sad after we finished the experiment.
Aww.
Yeah, we were supposed to do 4 flights. And the way that the experimental flights work is you get 20 flights, 20 parabolas out above in this case, it was above the Gulf of Mexico, and then you get 20 coming back. Unfortunately, we were there in September, and there were lots of thunderstorms. So we did 1 flight, and the people on that particular flight did not have any fun and barely got enough data from our experiments because it was so rough. The 3 other flights ended up getting canceled. And unfortunately, I guess you can look at it different ways. We did get enough data to prove that our experiment won't work.
Oh, well.
So that's science.
Congratulations!
But yeah,
I mean, that's something.
No, in the
Yeah,
science
just-
community, you got your answer. That's what you're going for. So.
well, I mean, the important thing is that in this case, for this experiment, I won't get another opportunity to fly on the Vomit Comet, but there may be another experiment coming up, so we'll see.
There's always a future, man. You never know.
Yep.
You never know. All right, so
I want to throw up on a plane.
awesome.
Yes.
Do
please.
they have like ways to keep people from throwing up? Like, do they give you like a don't eat or drink before you go on this thing type?
Well, for the NASA flights and for the experimental flights, because you can actually pay to do this. It's about $5,000 or $6,000 and it's a commercial plane, and I think you get only like 12 parabolas. I think it's something small. They limit it for the commercial ones because they don't want to do the things they do for experiments to keep you from being motion sick. For the experimental flights, they give you scopolamine, which is a rather strong and makes you lose type of motion sickness drug.
Sweet. So not only are you weightless, but you're like stoned and weightless.
Pretty much.
Greatest thing.
Yeah.
The best way to be weightless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about the vomit comet when I was a teenager. I was one of those kids who watched the Jackass videos, and they actually got to go on the vomit comet, and they went through the whole procedure, and of course one of them did puke. And what's funny is they puked during that descent, so it's like this whoop, little glob.
Oh.
That he just
Yeah, and I'm thinking that was set up.
That's probably set up, yeah.
But yeah, because you only get, I mean, to be honest, the 20 seconds you get, some of the beginning of that and some of the end of that is a transition.
Right.
So I mean, like for our experiment, we needed clean 0G like environment, so we only got about 12 seconds, and you can do a lot in 12 seconds if you really prepare. But yeah. So. Cool. Although one of the guys that works with us, he went on an earlier flight, refused to go on this one with us because for some reason there is people like one in I don't really know what the statistics is, but something high. Even with scopolamine, reacts so badly that they're just in hell the entire time. He actually had to go back in the plane. He was like with a vomit bag the entire time, and it was like early in the flight. So imagine there's 30-some parabolas, and you're just sitting there going, "Please make this end."
Dude, it's not for me. I can tell you that because like even on like when I go to the park with my daughter and I'm pushing her on the swings and I get on one of the swings myself, I can only swing so much, and I start getting a little like, yeah, I don't like this anymore. So that probably would not be a good. I think I would be passing.
So you
on
have
that.
a problem with the swings, then, huh?
Yeah. I'd be passing on that, I think.
Well, the funny thing about this one guy that reacted so badly is that he does extreme sports. So he does. Yeah, I mean, the big thing he does is windsurfing, but he's also been skydiving. But he expected to have no problem. So it's one of those things that you don't know how you're going to react until you're actually there. So
cool. All right, so now this was all for. Let's see. Now I looked in. I was looking around on your page a little bit, and I have a picture now. I'm showing of an astronaut in space. This is from their website. This is from NASA's website with the arm and everything. And this is for the
station one.
What is it? The robotic refueling mission.
Yeah, that's one of the other things that we're working on. We are exploring a lot of technologies to eventually build a robot that can do a lot of maintenance tasks in orbit to satellites that need help. A lot of this work was based on Hubble, on the repair Hubble of Hubble, and some of it is based on space station work. One of the ongoing subsets of that project is this thing called RRM, where we've sent what is essentially a robot busy box. You've seen those busy boxes that kids, the little toddlers, play with all the horns and the
okay, right.
Yes, and the little key you twist and all that stuff. Well, this is we've got some tools that go on the end of Dexter, which is a maintenance set of, I think it's 4 robots that are on
a murderous robot.
Yes, not murderous yet. But yeah, they have the big cannon arm, the great big arm you always see that can reach around all over the place. But they also have this like
cleanly split throat.
Yes, cleanly. So yeah, that's not one of our tasks yet. But we, a lot of us just got to see American Psycho recently, so maybe we'll have a proposal for that project soon.
So wait, if the astronaut can't reach back, could he get that arm to like get his back? Like I got a spot right here. Could you like it itches right here? Could you get that arm and?
I will have to ask one of the astronauts when I talk to them.
Sorry. No, go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
One arm to scratch your back without actually ripping your spacesuit. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Or like in
seems practical.
Like seems legit.
In the what is the show?
Yeah, that one.
The nerd show.
Okay, so Brian, you were saying?
No.
Help
Wait
me.
for Mike to get his
Sheldon.
What's
His face?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Yes, in Big Bang Theory. Maybe you can get the robot to, you know,
take care of business. Oh,
Yeah.
Take care of business. I think that if an
Astronaut's
astronaut
got
could make
meat,
that
Brian.
happen, that would be
Astronaut's got
the
meat.
most epic one of those ever. Because wow.
To get a rub off in your suit in space.
Yeah.
I see. I don't think I see. There's padding involved.
What is that? Like the 10-mile, the 20-mile club, or?
Guys, you thought a condom was bad. Oh, God. Right,
no, not feeling it. No. Can you give me a little bit of rotation on that?
A little harder, a little harder. Oh shit! It tore the suit.
Just a nice little dial. Just
right there.
Well, it does.
Imagine the trips on the vomit comet to test that one out.
Oh my God!
Right, you got 20 seconds.
I'm there.
Yeah, I don't think 20 seconds would be the limiting factor. Just saying.
They don't call me the 20-second man for nothing.
All right.
Just saying.
Not where this conversation would go. But I'm liking it anyway, so there you go.
Hey, what did we say at the beginning of the show? What did we say right before we started?
Yes.
I'm TMI.
Hey, I'm cool.
Right
now. All right, so they'll use this arm to they're trying to get back on track here. They'll use this arm to actually do cool sciencey stuff that
this is actually engineering, not science.
Gotcha. All right.
Difference is, and I this is the kind of a pet peeve. Being an engineer and a pendant. The joke for pendants, I guess. Yes, engineering.
I get it. I got it. I liked it.
And science is usually experimental. We do some experimental stuff because we are building systems that no one's ever built before. But most of it's engineering. It's applied or a codified knowledge that we're applying to a new problem. So after I get over my little rant, yes, yeah, we teleoperate the robot, which is not what it sounds like, from both on the space station and from the ground. And the reason for this is we want to have real examples of a person trying to control a robot in space to do maintenance tasks. So we, cut wires and turn knobs and cut it's called MLI. It's the it's the radiation resistant foil they put all over everything that goes into space. Sometimes you have to cut that and get something behind it so you can fix who knows what is broken.
Right.
And then we did a refueling task. So the idea is to try to transfer, in this case it was hydrazine. Hydrazine is a really nasty fluid that they use for oxidizer. So it provides the oxygen side of the reaction of burning that causes the combustion, which allows you to push yourself through space. Right. But a lot of one of the tasks that might eventually do is to send something up that can go around and do a gas stop at a number of satellites so they can not fall out of the sky, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So we have to connect a hose. So you need a hose that you can drag out and do a quick disconnect on the knob. It sounds like an easy thing, but when you're in zero gravity, there's a lot of tricky bits. And especially when you're trying to do it with an arm that's a robotic arm, you're doing it over a video feed, and there's delay involved, and it's pretty difficult. So.
Wow. Okay.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds hard.
What
is the delay?
After the sorry, go ahead.
What's the delay on that? So if you're doing, if you say you're on Earth. You're at Goddard Station. You want to operate this arm that's floating above you. What kind of delay are you talking about?
Well, in the case of RRM, we're actually most of the experiments are done by an astronaut on the station. So they have a console that's actually hardwired to the robot.
Oh, okay, all right.
There is some delay not in the control interface, but in the arm itself because it's big and heavy. It's on the end of the Canadarm. It's got some flexibility in it. So that's one of the things they have to deal with. But one of the experiments we're working on this year and into next year is to build a system that would allow us to at least know what it's like to try to control a robot over a distance delay, which is the problem with communicating with something in space, is that there's a delay in light speed is only so fast.
Right.
So if you're using something, a form of light to communicate, you have to wait for the delay. Now, to orbit's not bad. To the moon is okay. And there are systems we're working on that allow us to do, and actually some of it's born out of the Mars rovers, because the trip to Mars is months.
Right.
Well, trip to Mars is months. The communication with Mars is hours. So we can't control a rover. We have to tell it, hey, go there, and have it figure out on its own. So there's a number of projects that have developed software that allows it to take the 3D map of the area and project a path, and then do some kind of path-based control. With a robot arm, it's a little different, because you're talking about trying to command a task that you're doing in real time, where you predict where the arm is going to be.
Right. Right.
And then make another command decision, as opposed to telling a rover to go somewhere and then calling it back, and when it's done, which is hours later.
Right.
What is the radio speed delay to Mars?
I don't have that in my head. But I know that it's long enough that
Brybot. Come on, out with it.
I think it depends on where Mars is, right? Because Mars isn't always in the same spot.
Well, the distance to Mars, I mean, if you've got a satellite in orbit, then you can, when your satellite's in the right position to point at Mars, it's pretty much the same straight line distance. And then depends on where your rover is on Mars. But the distance is fixed enough that it's pretty much the same all the time. But like I said, I have not worked on the.
I mean, is it
Mars
like
mission, so.
seconds or minutes? You think? Are we talking about?
Isn't it minutes?
I am going to ask the greatest computer mind in the world.
Herr Google.
Yes, Skynet. What is the?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, let's see. I could also talk to Skynet's PR face, which is Siri.
Siri, right?
Yes. Communication. Oops.
Do you guys use Wolfram Alpha where you're working a lot?
Wolfram Alpha.
Wolfram
I've heard of
Alpha.
it.
Alpha.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. It's a pretty good one. Pretty good for this kind of stuff. But...
There we go.
No, I'll wait. It's okay.
All right, so as our show crawls to a halt.
Wow, it's only it's a maximum of about 24 minutes, which is shorter than I thought.
Wow.
But still, it's not
Not
a
bad.
control loop. Yeah.
Well, still, if you're trying to remote control something, it's not like,
Right. That is not fast at all.
Well,
No.
I mean, the problem we're trying to solve is have you heard of the Da Vinci?
Yeah.
Well, not the guy.
I read the Da Vinci
the
Code.
robot.
Yes.
No,
I knew somebody was going
not
to
the Dan Brown novel.
Right, no.
Yes, Dan Brown novel. There's a robot. Actually, it's a set of robots in this great-looking spider thing. It's awesome. Da Vinci it's a surgical robot, and it's used for a lot of outpatient surgeries. They do gallbladder removals and stuff like that for it. And there's it's this awesome thing. The surgeon has a 3D goggles they put on, and they have these little haptic controllers, which haptic just means they get force feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And they can control them in 6 degrees of freedom, so it's essentially like holding a pen and being able to move it around. And the robot translates to smaller range of motion, so they can do surgery really, really small, but get a feel like they're doing it with big objects. So that and it's a really cool machine. They've done experiments on pigs where a surgeon has been somewhere else in the world and controlled the Da Vinci robot over the internet.
Right.
And been relatively successful. This is the kind of thing. Now, we're not trying to do surgery, but we are trying to essentially do maintenance on something that's like surgery.
Yeah.
Bigger things, and there's a network delay involved. So you don't get. I mean, you manipulate something on the table here, you get immediate feedback. You manipulate something, even if it's over a wire, you still get a little bit of a delay, and you don't get the force feedback. So we've actually been working with the Johns Hopkins guys to learn what we can from the system they built, so we can try to apply that to some of the tasks we're doing here.
Well, that's cool.
Cool stuff.
All right.
Cool stuff.
All right. Brian.
Yes.
You and I were at Balticon.
Yes, you were.
And we were talking about all the some of the different ways and how just heinous it would be for various types of robot uprisings. And let's face it, you are at ground zero for being responsible for it, and I will blame you when I have to kneel before the robot. I'll say Brian did it. But until that day, we were talking about all the, like I said, all the different robot uprising opportunities, what ways, and there are. I started thinking about
I like that you call
this.
them opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you're a robot, it's an opportunity, or a computer, a sentient computer. You're definitely looking for opportunity. But I started wrapping my head around this, and I started thinking, wow, there are a scary amount of different ways that we could go. And I took some notes, and I wrote some stuff down, and I thought, we should go round robin and talk about what we can come up with as far as it. Now, I have a couple that I've written that are very obvious, and I'm going to get them out of the way. Okay. And I have one that my son and I talked to. We had a long drive down here to North Carolina. As you can see, I'm operating from the North Carolina cave, out of North Bat Cave, North Carolina.
All North Carolinians live in caves.
That's right. And play git fiddles.
I know that.
That's right. I have my git fiddle just over yonder.
Just over a holler.
All right. So let's just get two of the very cliche ones out of the way. We have robot and/or computers becoming sentient and taking over the world, a la the Matrix, using humans as batteries. Okay, and that's pretty much we're pretty much goners at that point. We also have a la Terminator, using or humans as pests that are just trying to get eradicated. And then my son actually said, would it be cool if with all these automated cars, that if cars started taking over the world, and it was actually putting the computers that are in vehicles that actually become the sentient ones and actually keep things on the down low and send signals to the factories that are building these cars to make modifications to enforce, and have offensive capabilities to then take over the world.
So kind of like a car-based iRobot movie with. Was Will Smith going to save us?
Right.
Yes.
Sure. I don't.
Maybe if he stops acting in terrible movies, but.
Yeah. I thought he can't even save his career.
I don't have an option for this one.
After Earth.
Wow.
We're tough on this show.
That was an interesting one. So, I don't know. Brian, I'm going to let you go first because you're a robotics expert. Do you have a thought on whether it's sentient computer/robots, or what ways will there be that there would be some sort of a technological uprising that you find preferable and attractive?
Well, I love the idea of intelligent robots. I would love the idea of artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, I think we are a long ways away from that. Maybe if we eventually get over that initial hurdle, and this is explored in a lot of fiction as well, if you eventually get over that hurdle, that first one, intelligence, whatever it is, it starts the ball rolling on its own, and then eventually they realize that humans are crap and they need to go. Maybe, but I mean, I've been doing a lot of. I do a segment on our podcast, and I talk about whatever's in the news that's related to robots that may kill us someday. So I have a lot of ideas in this particular realm. There's been a lot of work recently on swarms and swarm behavior. And one of the things I love about this idea is it plays on insects and the kind of simple interactions that insects have. So they don't have to be very smart. They just have to have a goal, and that goal has to be something that interferes with humans in a way that they die. So you don't have to have super high technology.
Uprising, so yeah.
So you could have micro swarms of some robots that are just, I don't know, they're just trying to survive. So they're just trying to make more of themselves, which is what all living things want to do. and humans happen to be pretty good resources if they're in the way. So that's a movie plot for you.
Actually, it's funny. I was gonna say that a guy I work with and I were talking about this whole thing, about this whole robot uprising type situation, and that was one of the things that we talked about. Was what if the robots weren't, they weren't like against us. They didn't even care. They just ignored us. Like we were nothing. We were like a tree or a rock would be to us. And they were doing their thing, and their initial programming was to build stuff. So that evolved into where they just wanted to build more and more cities. So they just kept building cities, and these cities kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They started just gobbling up all the resources and destroying land and pumping CO2 into the atmosphere, all that kind of stuff.
That's our job.
Well, hold on, right?
They do what we do, only better.
Right. The Uber Republican. No, I'm kidding. So anyway, no, I'm kidding. We're not a political show. So anyway, these robots just build and build and build and build, and they just have no care for us. And then when, the only time they ever do anything to us is defend themselves from being attacked by us when we try to stop them. And I thought, it's just kind of like we're destroyed by apathy.
Right. We're the innocent ones, the robot said.
No, Mike, what I'm saying is the robots, they don't even have emotions. They don't care. Like, It's not that we're innocent, why are you attacking us? That's not even a thought. And what even if they don't even defend themselves because they can build faster than we can destroy them? So they just let us destroy stuff.
It's like the Borg. It's like assimilation. It's like engulfing the planet until it's a giant metallic spear.
Right, because they're not going to destroy it for them. It doesn't matter. They don't need the atmosphere.
Steel and rivets.
Right.
All right, so Nick and Pete, that's your answer.
Yeah. It was me and Brian. Robots. I think I kind of jumped on Brian's bandwagon there a little bit.
What if it was brobots?
Robots?
Brobots, yeah.
Oh, so like
a robot uprising.
Robot uprising.
Oh my god! So like college fraternity robots. Hey, dude, drink more oil. Yeah.
Yes, they kill us from peer
Sigma.
I was at a WD-40.
Hello, human. Would you like this drink? There's not a roofie in it.
Oh, god.
It's essentially an army of benders.
That's funny. There are no roofies in this drink.
They just drink the alcohol and belch fire, just like in Futurama.
Yeah. Was there a Futurama episode where they were like endangering the planet because of, and they, I don't know, there was something like that.
Al Gore did a cameo in that episode.
Yes.
He was the Emperor of the Moon. I have ridden the mighty moonworm. Good for him.
There are numerous robot uprisings in
Best Futurama character ever.
All right, Allegra, do you have a particular robot uprising that you find,
I've kind of wondered about like whether or not robots would actually, because like there's so many movies where the robots are like, oh holy crap, humans are the worst, let's get rid of them, because like we shot first, or we programmed them to like, hey, like take care of the planet. And they're like, it would make the planet awesome if there were no humans. And so for one reason or another they decide like the eradication of humanity is totally necessary. But part of me wonders that like, if you had artificial intelligences, if they'd actually be maybe like benevolent, just because they're so, they'd be able to think and calculate and compute and have access to like all this knowledge so much faster than us. They might be like, oh, look at the humans, they're so unevolved, really, when you think about it.
Right.
I really like Anne Banks' culture novels, and they feature artificial intelligences that are like so vast and huge that they kind of do their thing, but they also look after the people who created them, and they take care of them, and they interact with them and use them for different like missions and stuff. So I guess I'm more curious, in your opinion, do you think that if there were artificial intelligences that they'd necessarily be anti-human, or are we just sort of projecting our kind of how we exist and how we propagate on the planet onto like a robot?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you, Brian Bott.
No, my honest opinion is that what we build is going to be an extension of us. And it's going to be flawed like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're fucked.
If anything, Futurama was more accurate about robots in the future.
Yeah, I mean, if they're intelligent, they're gonna. Yeah, well, yeah.
So should we be having like the nicest people in humanity building robots? Is that how we're gonna survive?
The nicest people in humanity are too busy doing art, I think. I know. No, that's a bad joke.
Quick, Jimmy Carter, build us a robot.
No. See, I really like Asimov. I really like his take on things, and the idea of the 3 laws was his idea of morality, and his idea of the extension of those basic 3 laws was eventually to get something that's artificial that has a better moral understanding than we do, and can care for us long term, and make decisions at a higher level than we can understand. And because there's a lot about life and a lot about organizing humans. I mean, tell me about it. I work on projects that have so many humans that half the time none of them know what's going on.
I would love to have a robot organize my life.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do, robot overlord.
But what if that robot started recommending things that you didn't want to do, and then it started getting annoyed or frustrated because it is sentient, and it's really like, how are you not doing? This is the obvious right thing to do, and I think that's where it starts. That's where the
I don't know, Allegra. I don't think you would like that robot, because it would be like, your cholesterol's too high. Put that cheesecake down. Like, fuck you, robot! Get away from me! Put water on you.
Oh, my cheesecake! Give it back!
You're just jealous because you can't taste it. You'll never know.
Just an oil tear. Just an oily tear.
Oh.
an oily tear.
Like that Indian from the commercials.
Yes! Yeah, it's almost like another Futurama reference when Bender was heckling Conan O'Brien. It's like, look, buddy, I may have lost my body in the giant alien war, but I have one thing you don't have: a soul. And freckles.
You know how to hurt me.
I love it.
All right, Pete, what are we doing next? Are we going to do a movie review or what?
Are you ready? You got them loaded?
I can have it loaded in 2 shakes of a robot's shiny metal ass.
So do that, Allegra.
Yes.
You and your boyfriend there have a little business that I thought maybe you'd like to talk about real quick.
We do. I was gonna try and get him to like come on the show briefly and like help pimp our business, but I don't know if you saw, he like hightailed it out of here to go to the gym. So
I don't want to be.
I thought that was him standing behind you. That's not him behind you.
No, that's her robot.
Her robot.
I mean, that hair is receding, but I don't think it's receded into his neck, so it's not really great.
See, I thought that was like that's
holographic, you know?
But I think that ties into your business a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, actually, this mannequin is naked, but until recently it had a rather beautiful piece of armor on it. We just did a Valeria costume for a guy who does Conan the Barbarian. His girlfriend's going to be doing Valeria.
Nice.
So we did this whole, like, oh my god. This costume, it is gorgeous, and I love how it turned out. And we did, like, all this decorative stitching on it. It turned out really nice. But whoever designed it needs to be dragged out behind a dumpster and, like, maybe not shot, but at least, like, kicked a little bit in the shins. Because they designed it with, like, no concept of how boobs stay in a costume. And it's just sort of like, yeah, they'll just kind of stay there, right? Like, they support themselves kind of floating in midair. Yeah,
Zero-G boobs, you know. And
So this costume was used in a bunch of promo shots, but not actually in the movie, because there's no possible way for someone to wear it without, like, basically running the risk of constantly flashing everybody around them.
I'm okay with this.
Right. And the problem is?
He was okay with it, too. The girlfriend was a little bit like, yeah, so I wanted to wear this in public around people at a convention.
Right.
Can we maybe make this, like, not, you know, R-rated? So we came up with some other stuff to, like, go with it. But, yeah. So we have a leatherworking armor costuming business called
Cats.
Hi.
Called Cat Attack.
Mascot.
Middle of the plug.
He does this when we're working on stuff too. It's like we lay out the pattern, and the next thing you know, there's like 2 cats sitting on it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but we have a costuming business called Ribbons and Rivets. We are on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com, ribbons.rivets. Okay, hello, cat. This is one of our cats. Anything you buy from us goes towards feeding this black behemoth. I don't know if you guys can tell how
Holy
huge
shit, he's huge.
That's
Yeah,
a big
he's
boy
enormous.
right there.
That's a
Yeah.
big pussy you got there.
Easy. So what do you mostly do? It's costuming, leather work.
Yeah, our specialty is armor and leather work. We don't really do sewing so much.
Okay.
Although we are working on partnering with a seamstress out in California who would maybe take on some of our sewing commissions.
What about
cool.
what about chainmail?
We work with a guy in Garner who does chainmail, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he's super quick at it. Like, you know, have you ever seen like little ladies and they like sit down and you turn around and like you turn back in like 2 seconds and they made like an entire like blanket or something?
Right.
He's
Yeah.
like that, but with chainmail.
That's wild.
Like,
You
you
know,
leave him alone
That's
long enough,
insane.
and he's like, "Oh, I just made this like chainmail tablecloth. I don't know why."
when I was 17, I learned how to
I'm
make
not sure that
chainmail.
works.
And I always called it's like knitting. I called it knitting chainmail.
Yeah,
Because you know,
yeah.
you put your links in and you tighten them. Put your link in, tighten it shut. Now I never did
Pretty much.
I never did the riveting portion of it. Mine was always just the links pushed just bent back together.
If you want to get really hardcore, there's some fashion houses that when they do like chainmail for their like fashion week and someone needs to wear a chainmail, they weld it shut.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no.
So you bend it and then you take your tiny itty bitty incy weensy little welding thing and you
Nice.
Just take
Wow.
it a little bit. Just
just a little bit of welding.
So, and you do some modeling work as well, right? You had a photographer that you were talking about on your site that you loved, and I just thought I'd give you a chance to shout out to him.
Oh, okay, yeah. If anyone, if you're going to Dragon Con and you would like to book a shoot with a photographer, I would like to recommend Paul Corey Photography. You can find him on Facebook under that exact same name, and he is an awesome photographer. One of the things I really like about this guy is that anytime he does a shoot, he finds like a location. Like he goes and he hikes around. He goes to all over the convention center. He like walks around the town. Like, is there a park nearby? He goes there. But he will find like a really good backdrop for your shoot. 'Cause, you know, like a lot of times you're at the con, and it's like, you know, let's take a picture. Your options are like, here's the hotel wall.
Right.
Here's a bunch of people.
Right.
And here's the other hotel wall. So those are your
Exactly.
choices. Let's get a really great shot of your costume.
Here's the smoking court.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah. So
No
he,
more pictures from the smoking
I
court.
mean, he really goes the whole 9 yards to like make your shoot really look really good and set off your costume.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. Paul Corey Photography, everyone.
Excellent. And one last thing, could you give us one cosplay tip, like for people who want to get into cosplay or who are in cosplay? What's a cool little tip that you can give them?
Okay. So here's my tip. If you are about to work on a costume and you have a cat, here he comes again. Look at this. Look at this monster. And you have a cat. What you do before you really start working on the costume is you set out a cardboard box. And the cat will climb, that's my water. The cat will climb into the cardboard box and leave your costume alone.
Right.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Ah.
And then you get out the glue gun.
I have a real tip. There.
Okay.
Okay, so this is pretty basic costuming stuff, I guess, but I didn't know about it until people explained it to me. When you're working on a pattern for, say, like armor especially, and you don't want to use your like expensive materials first, there are a lot of things that are like comparable in how they like bend and move to what you're going to use. So, for example, with all of our leather stuff, we pattern everything out of poster board first.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
We use poster board and paper brads. We put the brads in where the rivets are going to go, and that's how we test all of our patterns to make sure they work, because you don't want to get to it and like find out that you cut it too short, or it's not going to fit, or it's not going to bend in the right place, or it's going to chafe you all day, or
Right.
this, that, and the other thing.
That's
So
very similar to just how you fabricate a lot of things in just sheet metal work too. So that's kind of awesome.
Excellent.
So
There
and
you
that
go.
That was your cosplay tip of the week.
All right.
and
And
have you ever done any exoskeleton work?
come on. Hang on.
Exoskeleton.
I have not personally. My younger sister is actually working on an exoskeleton right now she's doing a Geth cosplay from Mass Effect.
Ah, nice.
And it needs to have kind of like, the whole armature and everything.
Yeah.
It's very weird shape. Was there something specific that you wanted to make?
Oh, I'm just, because I have a fascination with that kind of thing. So.
I bet you do.
Yeah. No.
What?
What? Huh? What?
Yeah.
All right, let's move this along. Mike.
Oh, wait. Before we move...
It's robotics. Okay.
Excuse me. Before we move on, I wanted to give props to a couple people in the chat room. JD Mack had said something.
Hey.
That was very interesting. When I was talking about the cars, this had come up, and I wasn't sure if anyone was going to get the reference, but since somebody else gave it a shout-out, it was much like the movie Christine. So, just had to and then,
see, I was thinking Maximum Overdrive, actually, but...
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but
yeah,
see, that movie was so bad, I can't even
not really,
pretend it's existence.
No!
But, yes!
No!
Yes! It was maximum crap!
Go ahead.
And of course, David also said he's going to go with the AI. I think it's the Supremo. I can't remember what it is. Protects us, the Supreme Intelligence of Kree. So that would be another great.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be an Uprising. That was just pure
annihilation.
So, but still, I think just give David and JD a shout out. So
awesome.
Cool. All right, so Mike.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready with our movie?
Movie
reviews.
Yeah. Where the hell did it go?
All right, so Brian, you know how to activate the YouTube app?
Okay. Thanks for instructions. There you go.
Sorry. It's the little red box with the white triangle.
Okay, it's loading.
Oh,
it asked me a questionnaire.
Oh, it'll just say yes, just say okay, blah blah blah.
It's asking me my blood type and.
It's the robots. Oh my god.
They're here.
Firstborn child. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Everyone scatter.
We heard you talking. Where do you live?
It's like, oh, hello, Brian.
I was going to ask if you had seen the movie.
What's that? You want to play a YouTube video? I'm afraid I can't let you.
Let's see. We just did.
I'm sorry, Dave.
We just did.
Let you do that.
Yep. We just did 2001: Space Odyssey, War Games, and Her in like 30 seconds.
All right, Mike, you ready?
No, because guess what?
Okay.
Somebody made fun of it, and it's true. This computer isn't letting me bring it up. App is blank.
Son of a bitch.
We should have known.
Okay.
Oh my god, my shockwave flash just stopped working. What?
See?
Fine.
It's not me.
Guys,
the internet has just become self-aware.
Did I insult Siri? Because that usually what causes all this problems. But...
All right, let's see if I can.
Hello, internet.
I thought I complimented and I gave.
Cop here for.
All right, hold on.
Did you just mute us?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it does.
It automatically does that.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get this back to the beginning. Can I do that? Yes. All right, here we go. All right.
This is gonna be good.
Here's Jay Libby's review of Transformers 4.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Cop here for MythWits. This week we're going to talk about Transformers 4: Age of Extinction. That's right. This time it's Galvatron. Oh, me Grimlock want to talk about me. I was in the film. No, we're not talking about you. We're talking about Galvatron and the really bad Transformers 4 movie. No, movie good. Me Grimlock was in movie. No. This time we got rid of Shia LaBeouf and got ourselves Marky Mark, which is much better. Now, the pros and cons to this film are simple. No, me Grimlock want to talk about me. Shut up, Grimlock. I'm going to shoot you in the head. So anyways, this movie, you get Galvatron, really bad CGI effects, and Marky Mark, who knows how to strut his stuff. If you remember Marky Mark from Boogie Nights. No, me Grimlock not want to talk about Marky Mark Schlong. Me Grimlock want to talk about me. Yes, and there were Dinobots in the movie. CGI, okay, acting, okay, but if you're going to go on a dark, dreary film, you probably shouldn't have a comedy routine right afterwards. Me Grimlock not funny! Me right Optimus Prime! Optimus Prime my bitch! This is Grimlock from MythWits and Indie RPG at the movies. Oh, wait, and Mike Crafts, this is a one-take take from Professor Libby, so suck it.
Did you like that, Mike?
Oh, suck it.
Yeah!
Best one yet.
That was pretty good.
Mike, are you there? Hello?
No, dude, remember when I told you that it's blank?
Yeah.
It's blank.
Oh, you can't see it at all. You're messed up.
Right.
Oh, so we won't be doing Bet the Geek tonight.
Well, what I'm going to try and do is pop out of the window and pop back in.
Okay.
So give me a second. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Man.
Killing me.
Oh,
Killing
man.
me. Killing me, dude.
How do we get back to the regular view?
Oh, just hit YouTube button again.
Yeah, click on the app again. It'll close it out.
There you go. Hey, look at that.
God, that is great.
That was good.
Jay is.
So,
just
did
wanted to
anybody
point
else
out-
go see this movie?
I saw it.
What'd you think, Brian?
Well, I saw it with my two kids,
Yeah.
11 and 14. My son, the 14-year-old, and I have been collecting Transformers since he's old enough. Me because I liked it as a kid, and he because he kind of got into the new crappy movies. We were incredibly disappointed that there was only a tiny bit of Dinobots in it, because it's like, that's what we wanted to see. The
Right.
freaking dinosaur robots. But it was like just the last 20 minutes of the movie or something.
Yeah, everyone's been telling me that, and it's like really long. Like you could feel the weight of the runtime
Yeah.
when you watch it.
All the Transformers movies are
Like
this.
by the time you get to the good
Not
part,
enough robot action.
yeah, like when you get to the good part, like all my friends told me, it's like when the Dinobots finally showed, we're just like, yay.
Well, they teased it at the beginning of the movie. They had these dinosaur fossil things that everyone's like, oh, Dinobots. It actually had nothing to do with the Dinobots at all.
By the way, what was the name of the metal in the movie? The material?
Was it unobtainium?
Unobtainium? Which
No.
is, you're fast.
Okay, so
Bolognium?
Transformium.
Oh,
Transformium,
I'll be like crapping on
Wow.
It's like, dude, Kermit made out of obtainium. I'm Michael Bay, and I can one-up that with Transformium. I can't even put them on the television.
Shia LaBeoufium?
Well, it's funny because Jay missed
That
out on
substance is useless and stutters too much.
Jay missed out on the one reference I wanted him to kind of focus on a little bit more. I wanted him to have one of the robots go, "Where's Wick Wicky? Wick Wicky, where are you?"
Now, I wanted to point out from the review video that that he was referencing the boy band, and I was wondering if Peter had was that the boy band that you were in that we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, he was talking about Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. I was not one of the Funky.
You were not the Funky Bunch.
No, we were Slam Chickens.
No, yeah, Slam Chicken.
Slam.
Yeah, it's a made up band that we had when we were younger.
Oh,
It
I
was
see.
really not. It was terrible, horrible.
Your made-up band was terrible?
Yeah, well, we actually got together and we played on instruments. We
and
had
I thought it was
instruments.
just a joke, and now I'm just sad I asked.
It was terrible. It was horrible. Matter of fact, we were practicing in our friend's room.
I like how you said we played on instruments, not like we made music. But
No,
we played on instruments.
Exactly. We played on instruments, and our practice was so tight that I was the horrible singer, and was it you that was shocking me?
Yes, I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Mike was sitting next to me, and his guitar had a short in it or something, and the wires were hitting
I had
me.
just changed my strings, and they were all coming out the neck.
Oh my
And
god.
the strings were touching me, and they were shocking me. So we made a song, Mike's shocking me. You are shocking me. It's terrible, horrible.
I can't believe you guys aren't performing right now somewhere.
You could be like the next Nickelback, especially with the
That
strong.
would have been an excellent segue into a musical number.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I was playing. Because, you know, all you can do, just to be like Nickelback, is just grunt into the mic every time Mike shocks you with the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
It could be like one of the 90s bands, like from Ted. E-O-U.
I only want to be with you.
All right, so Mike, have we got the YouTube working yet?
No, look, let's go to the news. I have one thing I'm going to try. All right, I'm going to go off camera for a second, and let me see if I can do something, okay?
All right, well, hey, it's Brian.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's... Look, man, it's my mom's computer. You know what I'm saying? See what happens?
He's off site. And Mike's the only one that can run this game.
Mom's house, you know?
He's the only one that can run the game.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm gonna basically hook my laptop up. All right, give me a few minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Brian O'Hara with the news.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna start off with just a quick superhero plug. So The Rock was recently interviewed for the Hercules movie, and they were talking to him about any potential movie roles. And you know, apparently for the last 2 years, he's been talking with DC. Oh yeah. So essentially, he pretty much gave away who he's gonna play. Because in the interview, he said, I can't say much, but I will say this, he has the powers of Superman.
Right.
So the only other kind of hero that is on the same tier as Superman, it's either two choices here.
Yep.
Shazam or Black Adam. A lot of people are everyone's saying it's Shazam. Everyone is just screaming, "Oh my God, he's Shazam!"
And
So
he did have one other clue, though. He said, and you can say it in a word.
Yeah.
If you listen closely, he said, yeah. So
what do you guys think? What do you guys... Okay, so what do you guys think? Dwayne Johnson playing Shazam, and apparently they're going to announce this at San Diego Comic-Con, which is this upcoming weekend.
Dude, I love The Rock, man. I don't care. He can play anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's surprisingly fun in every movie he's in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pain and
God,
Gain? Oh my
Yeah.
God, Pain and Gain was the best movie ever.
it was the only Michael Bay movie I could actually tolerate.
Was that Michael Bay?
Michael Bay directed.
I don't think
Look, it was so good you didn't realize it was Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right,
That's how
exactly.
good The Rock is.
The Rock saved Michael Bay's movie.
Pretty much. And a lot of people are saying that The Rock is going to save Warner Brothers in DC because DC's been, they've been kind of struggling.
Wailing in the mud.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's like, we want to be like Marvel. We want the cinematic universe.
We want to be like Marvel, but we don't want to do any of the actual work.
We don't want to do the hard work. We don't want to do origin movies. Nah.
We can't have a Wonder Woman movie.
Right.
Push it till 2017.
One of the other problems with DC is that we don't know how to talk woman. We have problems with any kind of woman-related issue. We fuck it up every time. Except for, I don't know.
Hey, I've got, how long has it been since DC fucked up, like, bookmarks, so I think I check it periodically.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, they did, they did, their Batgirl costume is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
The new Batgirl costume is pretty cool.
The old Batgirl costume is cool, too, so they don't,
Yeah.
I'm not giving them, like, extra points. You have continued
Fair enough.
to be, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I found this on Geekology. It's this really cool, it's this interactive lamp and speaker. I'm about to go on the screen share. It is a lamp and speaker that is a cloud, and it lights up like lightning strikes to music.
Ooh.
Let me
How much is it? Where am I going to be?
Got $3.5 grand? Because there it is.
Oh, but I need this lamp.
It's raining jams.
Oh.
This is something really cool designed by Richard Clarkson, and like I said, it is not cheap. $3,360, and the lightning will flash to whatever music's playing. And I thought that is the coolest shit I have ever seen, and I want
really
one.
cool.
I could literally
really expensive cotton.
Pretty much. It's like you could play. Hey, it's another way for you to play God in your apartment. You can dress up in like a toga and play like Zeus. Jam out to some classical music. That'd be awesome.
And
Love
then
that.
impregnate random women?
Well, if you gotta get technical with it, I mean, I don't know.
My Zeus cosplay is going to be really accurate.
I gotta be. Oh, that'd be horrible. That's just some kind of horrible rape. It's like, why do you do this? This cosplay has to be accurate.
I mean, it's all fun and games until I run into some woman's room dressed as a swan. Like.
Oh my.
Hello.
Okay, so the next news. And you thought we were having bad technical problems with technology. This girl.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, this girl. She got her new iPad. She was, she was all happy about it, like most people do when they get a new toy. Literally, within 2 hours, she dropped it down a flight of stairs, and here's the end result.
Oh!
Ooh.
First of all,
in the warranty?
What kind of stairs do that?
Did you walk it down an escalator?
Jesus, dude, the chassis is not even there.
That's like a stair uprising. Anyone who knows stair jokes. Right, I'll be right back.
Maybe it was like a really long flight of. Maybe other people were on the stairs when the iPad was dropped. I mean, they all stepped on it on the way up.
I mean, maybe if like someone was like playing keep away in the car and it fell out of the window and hit I-35 or something, maybe.
It hit a flight of stairs traveling down I-35.
And all I'm thinking is, poor Siri.
Siri's like, ow, ow, ow.
No, it doesn't even do that. It doesn't even do that. You just hear the doo-doo every time, every step.
Doo-doo. Why are you hurting me?
Okay, next one. GE creates moon boots to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the moon landing. Check these bad boys.
No, that's totally Back to the Future, man.
Well, 2015, we get power laces. You gotta remember that.
Oh,
2015.
Pinnacle of humanity
So they're
is
going to augment
approaching.
these next year?
Most likely, because remember the commercial, the fairly recent commercial where they kind of re-released those shoes. Nike did the commercial with Christopher Lloyd. It's like, this is 2015. It's like, no, it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank God we're gonna get your money.
So, so now we actually get to go to robot news. Astronauts are to test free-flying housekeeper robots. These are spheres, the synchronized position, hold, engage, reorient experimental satellites. That is a mouthful. So it is a two-phase experiment. Astronauts are actually going to be using smartphones to kind of set the instructions, and like you said, a lot of the robots will be using 3D mapping, and it's pretty much what you were talking about. A lot of maintenance stuff, electrical repairs, and they were doing some tests with this, I believe, at the International Space Station around 2006. They've been refining it a lot more, and the first smart sphere experiment was going on in 3 years ago with the Nexus S that came out. So pretty much this is essentially what's going to be helping the astronauts or any future space traveler with any of the maintenance and stuff going on. So I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah, these have been going on for a little while.
I know these were fairly old.
There were student programs that were doing experiments with these, and I mean they are space in the fact that they are in the space station. They're not designed to actually be out in space, but they do. They're supposed to interact with and do all kinds of interesting things. And because they're in low gravity or zero gravity, they can float around and just be like that.
Yeah, they're also.
Hello?
They're also supposed to be self-propelled as well.
How did everybody get muted?
Their own little propulsion.
Yeah, well, because they're in an atmosphere, they can use fans. So.
Right. So very little power output to kind of give them motion, especially in that kind of environment. So I thought that was really cool.
Yes, very cool.
I love that. And I saw this. This is I found this Dallas concept artist.
Okay. Hi, I'm Michael Kafis from the MythWits, and I'm here with Ben.
Mike got it working.
I blame Mike.
Okay, go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
So actually a concept artist from my neck of the woods in Dallas actually did this really cool spider robot concept that's featured on a blog called Nothing But Mech. And this was just one of the newest submissions of the blog, and I really like this. Lauren Wood's work. I mean, it's the.
Is he affiliated with a group?
That's the exact robot that's going to destroy us all.
Ironically, it's called the Black Widow. It's a spider tank.
Huh. So it's him individual, or is there a company or group he's affiliated with? Because there's some guys that did stuff for what's the desert art thing?
Yeah, Burning Man.
Yeah, Burning Man. There was some Burning Man stuff last year. There was a big robotic snake, and
right. This was just a concept. This is not an actual prototype. This was just a 3ds Max digital imaging stuff that was just for concept work. And I thought
still awesome.
Yeah. I know it's one of this is like something you would see in a fairly Actually, speaking of which, the new Appleseed movie comes out the 29th. There is a new Appleseed Alpha.
Sweet.
Yep.
New Appleseed movie coming on Blu-ray and DVD. Let's see here. And now, for a smaller scale robot, there is a Indiegogo project with this smaller robot called Jibo, the robot that wants to be part of your family.
Aww.
It's pretty much.
There's no way that can go wrong.
No.
It's gonna kill you one day.
I love you.
Can I have a knife?
Why don't you love me as much as your human children?
That's the thing. That's why I love Geekology. The reason I love Geekology is anything that involves robots, they always play some kind of conspiracy or robot uprising shtick in their articles, and I love that.
Yes.
But it is a Indiegogo project right now, and so far it's doing fairly well. And I believe it's already met their goal 10 times over. I mean, that's very well off. So for $500, you get one of these little guys when they ship out next year.
What does it do?
It's Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi connected. It can track faces, take photos, and help. And like, let's say you need. It's essentially like. It's like Siri and the Kinect on Xbox.
So wait a minute. So when they get a call, the guy says, "Hey, I opened this up. Why is there an NSA sticker inside of it?"
It's essentially just it's not like a full-on automaton, but it is an AI. Like I said, it's Wi-Fi connected, tracks faces. So once you program it to recognize everyone in the family or for guests, it helps you look up stuff, tell stories, and of course they made it more fun. It's like it watches you while you sleep, slowly off your other family members until you admit it's your favorite.
Yep.
So I thought it was kind of cool. I figured we start with the high tech, and then the sci-fi fantasy, and to the reality, small little humble companion that can possibly not hurt you or sell your secrets to the government or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, forget the government. This thing could just follow you around the house and sell it on I don't know, some creepy website or something.
It's like the droid in Empire Strikes Back. Wah 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 wah. It just floats around making that noise.
I can see it now. It's like you're having dinner guests over and you're sitting there and it goes, "Michael, it's 10 p.m. Do you want your lube now?"
No, even better, because you have people over and it'd be like, "Oh, are these the people you were talking about that you don't like? Should I get rid of them for you?"
That'd be funny.
I will post on your behalf on Facebook.
It takes a picture of you. That'd be horrible. Like people having an affair. Click. Like they forget it's in the bedroom. It's on the mantle or something. Watching the affair go down.
Yeah.
Okay, so last thing.
Really quick, they have a buy one give one.
Ooh, of course.
Yep.
Spread the love.
Let me buy one and give it to my attractive female friend. Here you go. Just getting you to see your house.
They are not linked.
It'll follow you around. It's all good.
Right.
What?
All right.
Yeah, it's linked to mine, but there's no reason for that.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
right.
So I got one last thing, one last article, and this is actually very interesting. This is for anyone who goes to conventions or expos. It is a chart to determine how much underwear you need to pack for a trip.
Whoa.
Nice.
This was developed by Reed Kennedy, and it's literally a nice organized chart determining based on how many days you're gone, literally, and I love how it goes from red to green. Like, okay, if you're going away Like, it's like essentially you're pushing, like, let's say, oh, I'm going away for 31 days and I only bring 2 pairs of underwear. It's like, why? Why would you do that?
New pile of human filth.
Pretty much.
Wait a minute, is this by weight or is this by time over what?
Underwear?
No, I'm talking about like maybe just someone who's a little bit bigger around the thorax, need more underwear.
Well, no, this is it's a simple chart. It goes by how many days you're away, off by how many pairs of underwear you need to pack. So,
so I guess the weight and the size of the underwear kind of take into account and kind of that's a variable that gets
I think we need to cross tab. We need to cross tab that.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at
we need to do trials, experiments on this to make things prove it.
On the vomit comet.
Hold on, wait.
So I wonder if that matters. If gravity is a factor in how much underwear you should pack.
I don't know,
How many
Mike. I think
dingleberries?
Be a factor. What kind of underwear you packed?
only because I'm a game mechanic grease monkey. I would say, if you want to factor weight in, it would be a column shift to the left. Or maybe to the right. No, column shift to the right. So
it would be if you look as the days go by more, it actually has a wider range. Get it? Wider range.
Wider range.
I see what you did there.
Pretty much.
Unless you have some +2 underwear.
+2 of cleanse.
Underwear holding.
Right.
Oh! If you're John Holmes, yeah, you need that.
Not where I was going with that, but hey, thanks.
Alrighty, and that is all I got.
All right.
Wait, what about Captain America?
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, that's right, Captain America. Well, actually,
I was like, what does his underwear look like?
Okay, you know what?
Does he need to pack more?
Okay, so let's do this. So there were Marvel did 2 news press releases going on. One was discussed in The View, and one was discussed later on. So the first one, we talked about this earlier. It was about Thor is now a woman. Right. Because essentially Thor, it's not a name, it's a title. It's like a job title. Because with Odin's oath, whoever is worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever's worthy can wield the power of Thor and pick up the hammer. So Thor, the original Thor, done fucked up. Now he's not worthy. And then someone else came along, this lovely lady, and she saw the hammer and ooh, became this god of thunder. Now goddess of thunder.
Goddess. Thank you.
So now the next thing, Captain America. So Steve Rogers is in the comic universe is no longer going to be Captain America. In fact, Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, will be taking up the shield.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was reading about this. It's pretty cool.
We have a black Captain America.
And why not? We got a black president.
Exactly. Classic scale. Why not? We got a black president.
Really?
You know what though? I like Sam Wilson. He's a cool character. So that's awesome.
I love the Falcon, and
He's wonderful.
I love the Falcon. I loved his adaptation in the Marvel Universe. As you can see, I got my Winter Soldier poster up there.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I loved it, and I love the character. It's just awesome, and I'm loving how. And what I love is, Marvel has the philosophy like, oh, we don't have to conform to the cinematic universe; they have to conform to us.
Yeah.
So we just keep pumping out these ideas. Thor's now a blonde chick, and now Black Captain America, the new Avengers. Most of them aren't even dudes; it's mostly chicks.
Right.
So. Yep, because there is a new Avengers team. We got
so excited.
So now we have So now we have the Superior Iron Man, and it's supposed to be a lot more darker. Yeah. Some more of Tony's darker elements of his character, and it's both exciting in the cinema universe and in the comic universe because recently Kevin Feige, who represents the Marvel Cinematic Company, they announced 5 untitled movies. Essentially, Phase 3 is almost here, and they're gonna announce it this weekend.
Oh shit! Dude! You know what? They've been talking about Doctor Strange, a Doctor Strange movie. How much you want to bet they don't do a Doctor Strange movie, and Doctor Strange is in the Avengers 3 movie?
Him in there.
Yeah. Actually, well, here's the thing. Here's the way I see it. They have to do a Doctor Strange movie because the only supernatural tier hero movie we got was Ghost Rider.
Oh.
We need a good one.
We
need a good one.
So bad.
So one of them one of the 5 untitled movies has to be Doctor Strange because remember, Stephen Strange was mentioned in Winter Soldier.
Yes.
We need that.
Yeah, he was.
Then, of course, and what's funny is this does not, and the 5 movies do not include Ant-Man, and this could be the 3rd Avengers movie coming up, because here's the thing. They just said that in Guardians of the Galaxy, Thanos is going to be getting a fair amount of screen time, and also in the upcoming Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, he's getting some screen time. So pretty much how they're setting up, the way a lot of us are assuming, Thanos is going to be the big baddie in Phase 3, because we're finally going to fight a cosmic tier villain in the Marvel Universe. And here's the kicker. They also were talking that there's been hints about a Guardians of the Galaxy and Hulk team-up movie, which also hints that one of the 5 untitled movies might be Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be cool.
I heard about that too, yeah.
Hulk's getting more, because they said Hulk is going to be getting some more screen time according to Mark Ruffalo, and there's been some theories, so potential spoilers, I could be wrong, so guys, spoilers.
Right.
Ultron is one of the most powerful villains in the Marvel Universe, and there's been some hints that the only way they might have to get rid of him, because they've been teasing with the concept art of the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah.
You've seen the painting of that, and they've teased in some conceptual clips and stuff like that, and there's been a potential, so a lot of people are thinking, oh, the only way to get rid of Ultron is to shoot him into space, and it takes the Hulk to fight him and keep him in that ship, but the door's closed, and
Planet Hulk would be badass.
We need Planet Hulk. It's one of the best stories of Hulk. It's one of the best Hulk stories we've had in decades. Right. It's John Carter, but with the Hulk. Come on.
Right.
I love the animated movie. The animated movie.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, anyone can see. It's still on Netflix, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah. Good.
So, all right, so much good stuff going on.
All right, I know we're short on. I know we're running low on time, so we got this game. We also want to do the just sort of a what are you into, and maybe just a real quick movie draft wrap up. So, hey Pete, you mind if we just do a real quick round robin for what are you into, and then I'll go into the game which I got working. Okay.
Let's do quick. Just don't go to me first.
Yeah. Oh, don't go to you first.
No, don't go to me first. I have to think about it. I've been working a lot.
Okay.
I'm busy. Let me think.
That's fine. All right. So, as you know, every week now we're going to do sort of a what are you into? Brian Bot.
I am here.
So, when you're not, writing software that, launches into space and takes over the world slowly, one, little arm at a time. Beep, boop, bop, beep.
Beep, bop, boop. Yes.
What are you enjoying right now? What are you binging on TV? Do you have video games, or you just can't stop playing a game on your phone, or what's going on? What do you occupy your geek time?
Where should I start? Well, I just started because I'm a big time reader, so I just started the Honor Harrington series. And you guys know this. It's a strong female character. She's got a cat for a pet. And she's brilliant, and she's military, and the stories are dense, and there's space battles. I'm loving it. I'm totally addicted to this. I'm on the 2nd book right now, and I think I'm probably going to keep going until I get to the end, which I don't even know how many books there are in it. But
a lot.
What's the book called? Number. What is the title of the first one?
Title of the first one is
Basilisk.
Yeah, on Basilisk Station, and
right.
which I loved, and the second one I can't think of the name right now, but it's a conservative planet, which is kind of an interesting.
Anything else? Anything else you want to?
Well, I'm currently working my way through my 2nd watch of Fringe and wishing that we need a new Fringe.
Okay.
I absolutely love the show. The characters were something I cared about. The science was crap, but it was awesome anyway. Yeah, we need. It's like X-Files. We need another show that fits that niche. Bad. So I'm waiting for that.
We do.
All right. How about Allegra? What are you? Anything new this week you're into?
Okay. Well, I got re-addicted to League of Legends after taking a rage break from it.
Okay.
And that's been taking up a fair amount of more time than I care to admit. Still working my way through Orphan Black. It's so intense and so awesome.
Yeah, that's on my list. That is on my list.
She's so impressive because yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I seriously I can't even believe that it's her every single time. I'm always like, oh yeah, like how lucky they were to find all these people who just happened to look completely identical.
Imagine how many changes, makeup changes she has to go through, and how many takes. How many takes does it take to do one episode?
I have so much respect for the production team working on that, because I mean they're really on top of differentiating all the characters, staying on top of the hair and makeup, like all the crazy amount of takes they probably do. Yeah, it's so good. If you guys haven't watched it, Matt and I watched the entire first season last week, and we're most of the way through the second season now. It's that good.
Cool.
Okay. Awesome. About Brian, the human Brian.
We think.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry, my robotic eye fell out. Nothing. Anyway.
He's got a Cyberman headgear on.
He's the one with the welding helmet.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so I was watching this yesterday. I was watching the second episode of The Strain. I'm falling in love with that show. I love it. Finally, vampires are scary again. That's the one thing I just say to myself every time when I was watching it. I took the challenge and I decided to try and read the Wheel of Time series.
Oh.
Okay. Still into it?
Just got the first book, started reading it. I was like, okay, I want to fight. I want to fight that 18-book mountain real badly. And I was playing the Destiny beta until the beta ended this morning.
Okay.
Which is a lot of fun. I love Bungie's ambition for trying to take. They're trying to prove that online connectivity doesn't have to be just for these hulking towers we work on. It can work on these like $400 VCR DVRs we buy for our kid.
Right.
Cool.
So that's been fun. So The Strain, Wheel of Time, Destiny, and I've been working on my Mythos. Finally, I started rewriting my Mythos again, and I finally wrote down all the stuff I needed for background-wise for my pantheon of gods and immortals. So that's been a productive week.
You've been a busy little boy.
Busy little boy, Brian.
That's a busy boy.
That was pretty good, actually.
What you got there? Anyway, okay. Pete, you mean to go next, or do you want to go?
I go next. All right, so I finished up with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Life, the Universe, and Everything.
Okay.
Is this your first read?
No. I read it when I was younger, but I never read the next one. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, and then Mostly Harmless.
I've read every single thing that man's ever written.
Okay, well, I haven't read those two, so I decided that I wanted to read them, but I wanted to go back to the beginning, read all that, and then read those two.
Yeah.
Except I did all three back to back, and I'm a little burned out. So my next book, which I'm going to start after I finish Scott Sigler's episode this week of Nocturnal, is White Plume Mountain by Paul Kidd. It's a there's a couple artists.
Is it based on the D&D module?
Yes, they've started a series of books based on they've written stories in the D&D modules. So I thought I would give that a shot and see what that's like. And as for TV shows, I've been watching True Blood, and
sorry, what was that? What was that?
I'm sorry, True Blood. What? True Blood? True Blood? Yeah,
nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I've been watching True Blood. Although last night I think it was a repeat because I tried to watch it and my DVR was all dicked up and it was screwing my cable up or something. And then when I finally got around to when it rebroadcast the show, like an hour later. It was last week's episode, so I think it was a repeat this week, maybe. So I don't know.
Got me.
Anyway,
I heard that show kind of jumped the shark.
It did, but it's the last season. It's the last season. I've watched it up till now. I gotta finish it.
That's what Wikipedia is for me.
I will say this: the only reason I was considering checking it out is because one of my favorite steampunk bands, one of their songs is in the show.
Oh, okay.
Abney Park.
Which song did they do?
Sleep Isabella? I think that's in one of the episodes. I think that was the song.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in. They played that song in a burlesque scene, like they were in a burlesque area. Wow. So Abney Park.
Because of course.
Right.
And I love Abney Park. You know, I actually got to meet them one time when they were playing in Dallas. They were really cool.
And he hasn't washed that hand since.
No.
Mike.
All right. So, anywho,
what are you glomming on?
All right, just real quickly. So I watched Gravity. You would ask me, Pete, if I'd watched Gravity. I don't know why you would ask me that.
I watched it a couple weeks ago. I wanted to get Brian's opinion on it because he does send stuff into space. Okay, then never mind.
Okay, all right then. So I watched that. You know what? Here's my takeaway from that movie. If you haven't seen it, and I'm not spoiling anything per se, other than to say
I'm not concerned.
If you ever think that you are having a bad day when nothing is going right, no matter what you do, no matter how many steps you try and take forward and you get 5 steps back, it will never be as bad as what happened to her in that movie.
Wow.
I think
that's all I have to say.
I was telling my take on Gravity is the worst part of Gravity was the horrible plastic surgery that Sandra Bullock has had. I mean,
right?
No,
it's.
Personally, I would be happier with her letting herself age a little bit. It's like it's just, dude, it's like stop. You're getting older. It's fine.
She kind of did when I first saw her. She kind of was like. It looked like an Uncanny Valley video, or
exactly.
You know what I mean?
She's been replaced by a robot duplica.
Right.
You would know. You would know that. Anyway, all right. So I've told everyone I'm deep in the bowels of Game of Thrones. I finished the first season, and I mean, the last 2 episodes.
I have a theory about Game of Thrones. If you watch the intro to the show very closely, I think the entire thing takes place on the inside of a Dyson sphere.
Oh, could be. Oh, I like that.
Could be.
The vacuum?
A Dyson sphere is you know what a ring world is, right? You've heard of that. It's like a ring world except for it's an entire sphere. So the inside of the sphere is facing the star. So you have this entire surface of land you can populate with whatever. And if you look at the intro to the show, it's kind of concave. And you look at the star, and it's like maybe this is all inside. I don't know.
Would that explain the seasons though? Because they have the really weird summer-winter thing going on.
Well, if the sphere was
easy. I'm only season 1, remember?
All right. If the sphere was not completely centered,
do I need to?
You would have weird seasons because you'd get strange distances from the star.
Mike, he's not ruining anything. Winter's coming.
This is my theory. Just don't listen to me. So.
Right.
But so then, wouldn't one side of it be like toasting and the other side is like freezing to death?
Yeah, but maybe we're only looking at one side of it because it's huge. It's the size of an orbit of a planet. So maybe we're only focusing on a small area of it.
You never know. But I will say this, the little how the intro is. It's all those little intricate mechanics, all the buildings and form like that. Someone took that and made it on a big ass table, and it works.
Oh wow!
Ranks all the buildings. It's expensive as shit, but I wanted it.
It's Brian.
It's a $30,000 table.
Oh my god!
Oh, Brian, I can beat that. I do know that somebody made a pop-up book of the intro. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but pop-up books for an adult.
Is it a real pop-up book?
It is a real pop-up book. I mean, there is a guy, and I don't know his name, but I listen to a guy named Andrew Main. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's like a crazy pop-up book fanboy, and he knows these pop-up books. There are some insane ones that this guy makes that are very intricate and very amazing, and he said that the Game of Thrones one is like unbelievable. Right, he's like for each scene that happens. Okay, all right. So I did that. You know what? I'll just tell you what else next week because everyone just ran away with Game of Thrones. All I wanted to say was I'm excited about the first season finishing. Right. Whatever.
Go.
Enough about me.
Go.
All right. So let's switch back to YouTube, and we are going to start a game that Pete and I incepted back before Balticon that was called Bet the Geek. Now, it is, obviously, things are borrowed from somebody and carried on and translated. So we took this, and we'll talk about this some other time about where we conceived it from. But basically what I'm going to do is show you a video that we and Brian, you actually participated in this.
Sir.
So you kind of know. So this is not you, obviously. That would be kind of give you an unfair advantage. So there is another geek that we are featuring this week, but we thought it would be awesome to feature this with you on this week's episode since you actually participated as well. So basically, I will be playing for you. This is a geek, and his name is going to
Unmute, Mike. Unmute.
I know. Okay, so everyone, this is Benjamin Press Esquire. You may know him, Brian, as well.
I do.
So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to show you a brief intro. You get to see who Benjamin is a little bit about, who he is, and then you will see there's what we are calling forgot what we called it. The graphic, I'll tell you.
It's Don't
ask me.
But it's after that, it's the you get to sort of see what kind of he's going to answer 3 questions, and you're going to see what the answers are going to be. Okay, and then we'll have 5 questions that you will have a bank of 10 points, and you will be able to bet up to 3 on each round about whether he's going to get it right or wrong. Okay, so basically, here we go. We're going to just meet.
Mute.
Okay. Hi, I'm Michael Kafis from the MythWits, and I'm here with Ben Press of Press Incorporated, the family
of the
press.
Ice Picks. Of the Ice Picks.
The ice.
I am one of the Ice Tray.
Tray Ice.
As Donna Mugavero has coined the term.
Ah. Oh, we should get Donna for this too.
I am Pick Junior.
Pick J. Pick JR. Okay. We are going to play Cube of Death.
Right. So what we're calling this.
Okay.
What that was called was the primer round.
Yeah, we can read.
Oh. Shut up. Okay. So here are the questions.
Animation.
Okay.
What town does SpongeBob SquarePants live in?
Sea bottom? Something?
Final answer?
Hated that show.
He just said he hated the show.
Okay.
Bikini Bottom.
Bikini bottom.
What? Okay, this is a fantasy question.
Okay.
What type was Harry Potter's first broom?
Nimbus 2000.
That is correct.
Yeah. Harry Potter's such bullshit. It's not even real magic.
Games and toys. In Monopoly, you can purchase the B&O Railroad. What does B&O stand for?
It's what is it? Baltimore and shit. It's Baltimore and something. I don't fucking know. I've biked that railroad. I don't even remember.
Should have taken the train. It'd have been much faster.
Right.
Baltimore and Ohio.
Baltimore and Ohio.
Okay. So as I said, you are all going to have 10 points. I'm going to give you the first question, and I will come back to you and ask you what you're wagering and if he's going to get it right or wrong.
Yeah, what we're betting on, we're not betting on the answer. We're betting on whether he's going to get it.
Science?
Yes, Mr. Chatty.
What?
Go ahead.
Pete?
I was just trying to say we're betting on whether he gets it right or wrong.
Oh, okay.
Science and technology.
Let's hope I'm better at this. God damn.
What is the closest solar system to Sol?
All right.
So
I already have everyone out here. So Allegra, you have 10 points in the bank. You can spend it up to 3. Is he A, going to get it right or wrong? And B, are you wagering 1, 2, or 3 points?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna bet, crap. Okay, I'm gonna bet 1 point that he's not gonna get it right.
1 point that it's wrong.
Got it.
Brian O.
I'm gonna bet 1 point that he gets it right.
1 point in the right. Brybot.
Yeah, I feel like I have an unfair advantage because I kind of know Ben. And I also know enough.
Couldn't make it harder.
Yeah, that's true. I know that the likelihood of him getting astronomy questions right is actually pretty high. So I think I'm going to vote or bet. I'm going to bet 3 points he gets it right.
3 points right, Mr. Peter.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think he's a science guy, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do the 3 points. Yes, 3 points right.
Man, that's not fair.
Well, I don't really know Ben that well.
Listen. Listen.
Yeah, but you got to go after Brybot, who knows Ben, and bet for it.
You never know with this game. Trust me.
Wait a minute. Hey, Mike, after this one, Brian goes last.
Yeah.
No, that makes it fair for everybody.
Yeah.
Brybot.
Okay.
Well, yeah, okay. Here we go.
The closest solar system? The closest galaxy, I think, is Andromeda. But,
Well, this would be like the next
closest solar
place over that has a star with some planets going around it.
I can think of a few, but they're all wrong. It's not Beetlejuice, or Betelgeuse, or however you pronounce it. It's not Sirius. I should know this. I feel horrible. I worked for Pamela Gay, and I learned nothing, apparently.
I'm sure she'll be happy to know that.
She is. I swear to you, she is now.
Alpha Centauri.
God damn it! I should have just thought Last Starfighter.
There you go.
Wow.
Next time I see Ben, I'm gonna smack him.
That's why. That's why I did one. I'm
winning.
She's winning. Yes, you are.
All right.
I
That's 11.
Yay!
11.
That's a great endorsement for Pamela. You're gonna have to let her know that he got that
No,
right.
technically he was an intern, kind of. So.
So you sure you were concerned about Brybot going last?
Wait a minute. So, Mike, are you keeping score or am I keeping score?
I'm keeping score.
Okay.
But if you want to back me up, you can, or if not, have fun.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Question number 2.
I have a friend who's a Vulcan.
Are they a tire? Sorry. Okay, comics.
Wow, that was awful.
I know, thank you. What did Spider-Man bring home from the first Secret Wars?
Doesn't this? Oh, I love this game.
Oh, I need a quarter. All right.
All right, Mike, who's first?
Oh, jeez.
Allegra.
I'm gonna go with my previous bet of 1 point that he's gonna be wrong.
1 point wrong. Brian O.
I'm gonna go 2 points. He gets it right.
2 points right.
I'm gonna
Brybot.
Oh, sorry.
I
thought he was last. Okay.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I think both Ben and his dad know comics pretty well. Better than me, that's for sure. And I think I'm going to go. See, I don't know that he knows this particular comic, so I'm going to go 2 that he gets it right.
2 for right.
Yeah.
Peter.
I'm going to go 2, and I'm going to say he's not going to get it right.
2 for wrong. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very special one. There's a very special one that I took a game designer's liberty. In just a second, you'll find out why. So let's just watch.
Oh boy.
From this first Secret Wars. This is where I feel bad for not reading more comics. I don't think I ever read The Secret Wars. It's not a girlfriend. I'll tell you that.
I don't think so.
Chlamydia? I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. It was...
Oh, by the way, hold on. That X was untimed, so hold on.
some kind of clothing.
What?
Okay, now, forget the X that I just put there, because that was a complete, I had to edit this in like the last 10 minutes when I was at work, okay? So, what I just did is I gave him a hint. What I am going to do now, listen, what I'm going to do now, because I just bet the geek, I am giving you the opportunity to now modify your bets. We're going to start with Allegra. Do you want to modify your bet, Allegra?
How good was the hint?
Did you hear what I said?
He said some kind of clothing.
I'm going to stick with my bet.
Okay. Brian O.
I'm good. I'll stay.
Okay. Brybot.
I'm gonna stay.
And Peter.
Oh, you bastard. Because I know he didn't know, and then you gave him the hint. Now he might know, and I had a good one going. Shit.
You need a game master.
You know what? Screw it. I happen to know something the rest of my panel doesn't know, is that he was drunk, and I'm going to say no, he doesn't get it.
Well,
So you're still going with...
Oh, maybe
you're still going... You're still going two with wrong?
2 with wrong.
All right. And the result.
Symbiote? No. Exosuit was Secret Wars before Civil War.
This is just stick. You got a hint.
I got it.
A new costume. Venom.
Oh!
Come on, he had it right there.
I did have it. I thought I was like,
that was a
shit.
gimme.
Listen, I'm sorry. If anyone was going to argue with me, he said symbiote. No. He said symbiote. No.
He did.
No.
No.
What are you
Okay,
worried
know,
about,
I'm not
Allegra?
going to argue too hard because...
You're killing
Right.
it.
You got it right.
You were betting against him.
What?
He is a disgrace to that mustache on his face. How could you? That is a staple in comic book lore.
Yes, I know.
That's
Yeah,
the
but it's-
I know,
elementary.
it was pretty sad. And that with the hint, it was a gimme. So come on.
I even knew the Alpha Centauri question. Jeez.
Hey, dude, that's what makes
Okay.
this game so great.
Right. All right. So at the end of 2 questions, Allegra with 12, Brian with 7, Brybot with 5, and Pete with 9. So, knowing Benjamin. All right.
My next bet.
All right. So I'm gonna let I don't know if there's much more after this, and then we'll just let the question number 3 play and go straight to it.
That was way oh wait, shit. See, here's the problem with me being raised on the 90s cartoon.
I know, everything's out of order, and
Everything's
they grab
so out of
stuff,
order.
and I know. Fantasy. When Indigo and Fezzik bring Wesley to Miracle Max, is he dead?
All right.
Shit. Oh.
Can I bet more than I have?
No.
You can bet up to 3.
Oh.
That's it?
Yep.
That is correct.
I can't like double or nothing.
There is a
No.
double or nothing, isn't there, Mike?
No. Remember, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, Mike?
Allegra? Sorry. I need most of your answer.
I don't even know how I'd answer that one.
What?
So,
What? I'll give you a hint. I need most of your answer.
Okay, I'm gonna go 3 points that he gets it right.
3 points for correct. Brian O.
I'll do the same.
Okay, 3 points correct.
Your commitment is astounding.
Brybot.
I'm going to say 3 for correct.
3 for correct.
And Mike?
Peter?
Across the board.
3 for correct. All right.
Don't let us down.
Ben.
He's mostly dead.
That is correct. All right.
Okay.
Have I won?
Now,
Almost.
everybody
It would take a miracle.
gets points on that one. Yeah, that's right.
God, this is a problem about watching 90s cartoons. No excuse.
Nerds are mean.
Right?
We are a salty one. That's all I'm saying.
Right. All right, so...
Okay,
yeah.
We're going to move on to question...
Oh, please.
Number 4.
Science and technology. When a neutron comes apart, you get a proton, an electron, and what other particle?
Whipped out the Pamela Gay there earlier.
That's right.
Huh?
All right. Allegra, would you like to wager?
I'm gonna go 1 point for correct.
1 point for correct. And Brian,
I'm gonna do 2 for correct.
2 for correct. Rybot.
I am tired of Ben screwing me, so I'm going to say 3 for incorrect.
3 for incorrect.
Someone's
Peter.
gonna get smacked.
I'm going to go 2 for incorrect.
Someone is definitely going to get smacked. What? Sorry, what?
2 for incorrect.
2 for incorrect.
So it's a divide right now.
Yes.
Oh shit.
I believe in him.
The panel is divided. You don't believe in him that much. You gave him 1 point. Come on. You want to go
believe
2?
in him a
Well,
little.
some of mine's gaming because I'm looking at the points that Allegra has. I'm looking at the points that I have, and like, you know, I gotta have to go. If I'm gonna win, I gotta go.
I'm not playing
against,
poker with you.
Man, Pete's like he's deep into this.
Yeah,
What a
man,
surprise for this, because Pete wants it.
I want to win.
It's the
All right.
power, the power and the glory.
Hey, if I'm gonna lose at box office draft, I at least
That's
win something.
No,
All
you're
right,
not taking
Alfred
this from me.
Come on, Alfred Hitchcock. This
All
is
right.
killing me.
Let's
Do it.
dun dun dun.
Positron, right? No. Wait. I don't know about neutrons coming apart. Is it a positron?
Can you ask that question again?
When a neutron comes apart, you
Right.
get a proton, an electron, and what other particle?
The only thing I can think of is positron. But positron's the antimatter for proton. I think. Is it positron?
No.
What is it?
A neutrino.
Neutrino.
Yay!
This is shit I learned in
believe
biology
my
last
faith unrewarded.
semester. I should have known. The guy couldn't get Secret Wars right. I am not letting that go, by the way.
You better hope he doesn't see this episode, because all it's going to be is all of us hating on him.
You know, the next time I see him, I'm going to walk up to him and say, Venom!
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Pete.
What's up?
Whack!
I love this game.
This is such a good game. It is.
Wait,
so-
what's the scores now? What's the scores now?
Okay,
I could totally see this as a panel for a
Alright.
con.
so
Oh, yeah,
I'm trying to
definitely.
do it.
Poker Shark over there is keeping track. I need to know what the scores are.
Okay, so
And at the end, I got you. Hold on. Now, see if you're tracking here. But at the end of question number 4, with 1 question to go, it is wait a minute. It is Allegra with 14, Brino with 8, Brybot with 11, and Peter with 14. Tied with Allegra.
hey.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
now,
all right.
I didn't have we didn't have the time to make the last or graphic or to explain this, but basically, and I don't know if this is considered volley or not. So we're gonna basically he's gonna be asked. You'll see he's gonna be asked to make list 6 things. You have just need to basically you will be wagering. Did he answer 1 or more, 2 or more, 3 or more, 4 or more, 5 or more, 6 or more? Now, what the number that you bet, if he doesn't answer that many, you do not get the points. You understand?
So if you say I think it's going to get 5 right, you get.
And he only gets 4.
You don't get any points, but
Right, you don't get the points. You don't lose, but you will not get the points. So people can surpass you.
but the higher you go, the more points you get. So if you say I think
That
you'll get
is
5 right, you get 5 points. So it's the bigger the chance you take, the more points you get.
Now, take your
So
strategies
the
amongst
pretty-
yourselves.
That's what you're saying.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, here we go. And enjoy.
You're going down, Pete.
All right. Okay. Here is another list. You must list 6 of these. Okay. Is Star Trek. Name the 6 recurring members of the bridge crew of the original Star Trek series.
All right. Which one of you wants to do this list? I'm just gonna throw it out there. Who wants to do the list? Not you, Pete.
I know it, right?
I don't know, Brian. No, I'm gonna ask either Allegra or Brian. Brian O. You guys want to list this?
Like answer the question?
Yeah.
Yes, answer the question, just for shits and giggles.
Oh, okay. So 6 people who were part of the original bridge crew for Star Trek.
Yes.
Like when Kirk was the captain.
Yes.
That would be one. That's one.
Okay. All right. So
Ding.
let's
Sorry.
see. Uhura.
Ding.
Sulu.
Ding.
Spock.
Ding.
McCoy.
No.
Nope.
Oh wait, he wasn't. He was
Oh,
no. He was just.
that's right.
That gets everybody.
Okay. But I can keep listing them, right?
Sure.
Check off. Oh.
Sure. What the hell?
Oh. Okay. Wait. He said one too. There you go.
Who?
Check off.
Oh.
Check off.
Check off. Yeah.
Who can get number 6?
Okay, so we have Kirk, Uhura.
Crewman number 6.
Crewman number 6. So we have Kirk, Uhura, Sulu, Spock, Chekhov. Scotty wouldn't count.
Nope,
Would he?
he's not bridge.
That
Yeah,
is
he
correct.
wasn't on the bridge.
Neither would Bones.
Right.
Right. I already said that.
It's got to
Damn.
be a reoccurring.
A reoccurring.
On the
This is the tricky one.
Yeah, this is the tricky one.
generic red shirt number. No.
Brybot.
They're
Brybot.
not curved.
What are
Brybot,
your-
save us.
I thought I knew it, and I don't. So there you go.
Deploy
Okay,
your
well-
best answer, Brybot.
Go
Can I do it?
ahead,
Can I?
Pete. Go ahead.
Lieutenant Rand.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you like that?
The other reason I wanted you guys to
Kind
list
of-
them so we all know them, because I had to cut the discussion that happened
See-
after this. It would have killed it. So anyway,
I got stuck on Guy,
Right, guy, right.
which is the guy from
Right. The best Star Trek movie ever, by the way.
Galaxy Quest.
yeah.
That's it.
I don't even have a last name. I'm the comedy relief.
any given red shirt should be included there too. But anyway, all right, here we go.
All right, so let's get our bets. Wait, stop. Don't play it. Mike, stop. We didn't bet.
God damn it!
bet?
I know. Sorry, I know. I just realized that. And obviously, everyone can bet one. So, anywho, Allegra, how many does he get right? Up to how many does he get right, or how much do you want to wager that he will get right?
I'm gonna say 3 or more.
He's going to get 3.
Can you bet 6?
You can bet up to 6. Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. On this one, you can bet up to 6.
Okay.
3 or more. Senor Olvera.
I'm gonna go with 4 or more.
4 or more.
I don't know. He didn't know the Venom ones.
I swear to God. Swear to God.
Also, he's drunk.
He is drunk.
Oh shit.
So Brian G.
Yeah.
He's drunk.
I'm gonna say 5 because everyone knows those 5,
Okay.
All right.
and I'm being really hopeful that I can at least maybe finish in seconds or something.
Or-
I don't know.
Or you're gonna have to wear a ring when you smack them.
Yes. With the
Pee-wee.
pressure logo on it.
I'm going for broke here. I'm gonna say 4. Yes. He's gonna get 4 more. Correct.
4 or more.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Pete.
Now,
with the little
Pete-
toilet logo.
I did a little special. Yeah, I did a little special logoing here, just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
Okay.
Spock, Uhura, Scotty's not bridge crew, is he? Sulu is. No, Scotty's not. Oh shit. Where's the Russian one? I never watched Star Trek.
Oh,
That was before my time.
Are you stopping at 4? All right. That's it.
That's it.
Yes!
At least I got some points out of that.
So the final score.
Did
in
Pete watch
first
this
pla-
already?
No, he did
No, I
not.
had
Trust
nothing
me.
to do with it.
I edit it and it goes into a private folder.
Your special
and
folder?
Yes.
It's called my privates.
Of course it is.
It's Pete with 18 points in first place. In second, a respectable second place, Allegra, and in a semi-respectable third place is Brian Olvera, and
the guy that knows Ben the best.
bringing up the rear. See?
Yeah. Yes.
Robot.
Yes. Someone's getting a beating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that game's a winner.
That game is a surefire winner. Now, let's just I want to finish this little bit of the video. It's like just a third 10 seconds.
All right, because we got to wrap this up.
Yes. You have anything to promote?
Everything in
Science education.
Dude, finish college. Seriously, finish school.
All right, get out of here.
Wow, that was ironic.
And there's irony in that so much.
Yeah, right? All right, I thought you guys would appreciate that last little couple seconds. So, yeah, that was awesome sauce right there.
That's good stuff. And we got a bunch of them. We got Scott Sigler is one of them. A
Oh,
Kovacs.
listen. I have more. I have a whole other set just with Benjamin. I have another set of questions just ready to go for Benjamin. All I have to do is edit it. It's going to be great. But yeah, we have Scott Sigler coming on with some questions too. So it's and A
Nicole
Kovacs.
Gallucci.
Nicole Gallucci. Yep. So it's going to be good stuff.
Awesome.
So, and you know what I think will be great? What I could do is interview each of our panelists, and on an I could have this as edited and ready to go. On an episode, when one of them couldn't make it, when one of us can't make it, that's when we run that game. Oh, shit.
Punishment for not showing up.
That's right.
Then we show up the next time, and everyone's like
All right.
cussing at us, like, "Why didn't you know that?"
All right, Mike, let's wrap this up. Quick.
Yeah, so, I know we're running late. Let's, you know what, we're going to have to, I'm going to ask everyone, if you want to check out this week's box office statistics, tomorrow I will post them on our Facebook page. I will, like I normally do every couple of weeks, I'll post pictures of the screenshot from boxofficedraft.com. So look forward to that tomorrow, and I'm just going to turn it over to you, Pete, and close us out.
All right, so that's
it. Time out. Brian, we did not actually plug your podcast, I don't think, too well. I think we talked about it before the show. So tell us more where we can find your podcast.
Virtualskeptics.com. We do a show every week on Wednesdays. We do a live Google Plus Hangout, so you guys can watch and participate and ask questions. I talk about how the robots are going to kill us, and then the like PhD professors that are on there with me talk about really smart stuff.
So you would even allow a schmuck like me to just join this open hangout?
Well, it's we talk and you guys participate. So.
You just sold your soul to the devil, buddy.
No, Mike, like we allow people to participate in our show with writing questions in. You see, you can't get on his podcast.
Well, you know, we do have a guest. We do have a guest
Right.
panel spot, so
right.
Maybe.
All right. So that's Virtual
If you meet our
Skeptics.
criteria.
That is
We
virtualskeptics.com.
have robotic prosthetics.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Okay.
Okay, so he also
take us out of here.
All right, I'm trying to. If you'd shut up, they will find links with the video for his YouTube channel because it's got this really long thing on it. So I'm not going to say all those letters and numbers, but I'll put the link in. Also, make sure you check out robotpartoftheday.tumblr.com. And if you want to check them out on the Facebooks, it's facebook.com/bdgregory. And that is it for this evening. Thank you guys for coming on. Mike, great game. Don't forget to go vote for Lou.
Yes.
His 5 nominations, 5 of them. That's amazing.
Vote for Lou.
For Razor Coast. And Lou's a great guy. It's a great
Man,
guy.
I got 5 nominations to feed.
Right. All right, guys. Good night. I'm going to run the show closer. Be quiet.
You've just enjoyed the MythWits. Join us for a live broadcast next week and every week, Mondays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you miss our live show, you can always catch the encore episodes and the podcast version at our website and on iTunes. Make sure to check out our website at mythwits.com, and of course visit us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and iTunes. MythWits is a Studio187.com production and is protected under an attribution, non-commercial, no derivatives, Creative Commons work. You can download and share it with whoever you like. Just don't change it and don't try to make money with it. Make sure to check out Studio187.com for more cool stuff. See you next week.